assure you that I am no threat in this particular form and on this particular plane. No, I have not been trained in the ways of law. A lawyer? Interesting.
Care to assist with a cast member?
Here to help.
Fenton has a bit of a dark side. He is concerned he can't contain the beast within.
Go on.
So you're into beasts?
I thought I made it pretty clear I'm into, well, everything.
Grim is concerned about him hurting others.
Continue.
Yes, well, we need help building a cage for him when he loses control.
I may know a little something about cages. Consider it done.
Fantastic! What do you need to make this happen?
When I say consider it done, I don't mean that as a figure of speech. You're all set.
Done can mean many things.
I quite like double entendre. But yeah, Fenton's cage is ready. Feel free to inspect if you like.
They say my reputation precedes me. They're right. I'm known as the terror of the seas, but I haven't felt a part of that life in a long time. I still hunt for treasure, but now it's of a different kind, and for different reasons. I am not the man I used to be, literally, but that won't stop me from what I want, and no, I'm not interested in talking about it right now.
Fenton, I am so sorry I made you uncomfortable. It appears Grim was looking for a little drama.
Well, I am not. Please go.
It seemed you were eager for conversation the last time we met, before... What I'm trying to say is... I think we were hitting it off. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong. I do so crave a cozy fire and an intellectual match. I've heard tales of your keen mind and was looking forward to becoming... well, that's not an option now.
I came to tell you that I secured you a cage in the mansion. You'll get your own suite. It's safe for you there. I promise not to tempt you.
Is it impenetrable? Steel doors? My friend is persistent.
Well, no.
Nobody in the mansion would be safe. Then I wouldn't be safe.
I swear to keep all of my friends and lovers secure in my home.
As nice as that sounds, I don't know these other people. I don't know how they could try to influence me. I want to, really, but my friend just won't let me.
Friend?
The beast inside, Sully. The booze hound. My eternal companion. My only companion.
Sully doesn't sound like a good friend. More like an enemy.
It was like that for a while, but I was so lonely. Here, in my space, I have sovereignty. I've spent over a century here, and I have my books for companions, and not a drop that can lure him out of my controlled grasp. I am sorry, Drac, but I cannot put myself in a place where he can ruin the life I've built.
But you said yourself you are lonely. What is a life if you cannot share it with someone?
You are right, but perhaps I could go if I had the courage. There is a book that is a comfort read of mine, The Tales of Fane Jarstrider. It is so full of adventure that I myself feel bold when I read it. I could take on the world. Get me that tome and I will move in, Sully be damned.
Tell me about your books.
Ah, adventures! I have spent too long inside, so my mind must venture out.
It's safe to venture out. Live your life.
There have been consequences when I have done so.
I have been in a similar spot. Thank you for confiding in me.
That's what friends are for.
Tell me about yourself.
I think you've learned quite a bit about me. The books, the seclusion, what more is there to know?
I can tell you have a nose for the finer things. That cheese you offer, is that the renowned Vieux Bouillon?
It is, how wonderful! Yes, I've been known to be a connoisseur of the good stuff, as they say. I like my crystals sparkling, my cheese stinky, and my thread counts in the thousands.
I would have loved for you to see my old man. I had fantastic art. Perhaps I'll curate a new collection in my updated home.
See, that's why I don't leave. I could never risk my things.
But then you can't grow. I know it has been painful, but I believe I am better for this rebuilding that has been happening to me. So, tell me about your home.
Well, it is remote, but I've tried to warm it up. Books, fires, cheese, all the comforts a creature could crave. I hope you are comfortable here.
I am quite at home here. Thank you. Is this where you've always lived?
Ah, no, I have traveled the world extensively. Mostly Switzerland and England were places I called my home. And Boston for a bit.
I'm far less traveled, and it shows. You're very sophisticated.
I simply know what I like, but thank you.
a plant-based body ain't that hard, bub. Sunlight, water, and of course, love.
Thank you, Jack. I suppose I can spare a moment to converse with you.
I desire more than a moment, Vera. Come back with me to my castle.
I really cannot.
I've solved your issues. You're free to come and go without fearing for your people.
But why? Why me? This contract details the numerous monsters available for you to love. Why have me join an already crowded space?
I think we'd make a great team and great company.
A leader needs not company.
There is more to you than just your title. Come with me and find out. Or are you not up to the challenge?
I've never backed down from a challenge. And I suppose my people are safe for now. I shall go. Comes fear.
I don't like how you flex.
I am not pulsing my muscles in the manner Robert does.
No, I mean, you flatten worlds. You are intimidating.
This makes you feel inferior?
Me? Inferior? Well, I suppose I don't like knowing the gal who could end my existence in her dreams.
And in your dreams as well. Sleep tight.
I shall keep this brief. I am Lyra, Empress to the Siren people and military leader against the pirate uprising. A former pirate uprising? I need to rewrite my bio, as you call it.
Ratings up!
How do you like them apples?
You trying to make me jealous?
In what way? These apples are not sentient, nor are any witches using them as breasts.
Yet? Growth mindset, Drac.
I still do not see why you'd be jealous. You've never been jealous for one moment here.
The only other food synonymous with autumn is apples. Cider, donuts, pie, you name it. I've never met a pumpkin who didn't despise apples for this reason.
I'm clearly out of touch with the fruit world's dark side.
Would you say it's a seedy underbelly?
Walked right into that one. Well, isn't this saucy?
It is, and I love it! I'm surprised I've never stumbled in here before. It's so close to home.
That is odd. Sometimes the best things are right under your nose.
And in my case, under my chin.
Ain't that the truth? I can hardly keep my eye on the performers when you're around.
Just because you're on a diet doesn't mean you can't look at the menu.
Come again?
Any minute now! Anyway, what I mean is this. You know those big box stores, Costco?
Yes?
It's like that. Just because you got pumpkin pie in your cart doesn't mean you can't nibble the snacks they're giving away for free, right?
I think I see.
But in this case, you gotta throw out some dollars to nibble. But the pie's still right here. And the pie will be there when you get home too.
Not if I eat it right now. Well, isn't this saucy?
I see no sauce.
I mean, sexy, salacious.
They are certainly moving to sacred rhythms.
That's one way to put it.
Would you like me to gyrate thusly?
We need to work on your dirty talk. Excuse me, fat dragon, but I am looking for a tome. I am Drac, and I have come for the tales of Fane Jarstrider. Do you know it? It's not for me, but I am certainly brighter than a dull lizard like you. All right! Infinite energy. I'm not in that chapter of life, pal. It's all relative. It's variable. It's all relative. My interests are acute. E equals MC squared. It's all my interest. I heart you. Cranky much? Seems like you haven't gotten lit or it in a while. No thanks. I'll leave the poetry to the prose. Let me take you out for a tequila mockingbird. Just promise not to get plastered. You could say I'm head over heels. My system was just a bit nervous. Indeed, my wit is irreplaceable. terms of rocks, I prefer roll. When it comes to geology, I don't mind a bit of cleavage. We should discuss this over a few tectonic plates sometime. I can walk the walk and talk the talk. Don't take it for granted. Don't tell me this is about getting into my jeans. I've got a thing for mutations. Don't tell me that. Enzyme's supposed to accept that? I'd like to dissect it a bit more, but only if you promise not to get chloroplastered. Up and at 'em. Only periodically. I'm just keeping my eye on the prize. Down smooth.
about a cuplet of coffee?
Now this is classy.
Isn't the context of having coffee with someone a platonic event?
Not necessarily.
I read that it was to dish with your girlfriends. That is not this.
But now there's poetry involved.
Ah, correct. The context of poetry is not typically platonic. It cancels out the coffee.
How very logical.
No complaints. Not a one. It's nice having that kind of track record for success. No review bombs here. If anyone wasn't truly pleased, well, pop goes the head before they can open their yap to say anything negative. It's win-win, really.
Aha, the smell of leather accompanies you. And that can mean but one thing. My book.
I have brought it for you, at great peril.
This means the world to me. With my trusty tome about adventure and courage, I can now feel brave enough to make the journey.
I am so glad. Let us go together.
Let's go experience some of the finer things, shall we? I'm getting used to it, but there's just so much here. Art to examine, books to read, people to talk to, just sensory overload. You must understand, it was only my friend and me for so long. Sully is not an easy person. He's tough, rough around the edges, and needy. I am none of those things, as you can see. If a wolf were a teddy bear, it would be me. I suppose I'm just getting used to being only me. Along with being here, it's the biggest adjustment of my life apart from when he arrived. But I'm glad I'm here. This is what I needed whether I knew it or not.
this is classy.
Indeed. I've yearned for time spent with you like this. How wondrous it is to have a date who knows a little something about refinement.
I know more than a little something.
What would you consider the finer things in life, Drac? Well-cut crystal in your home? High thread counts? Vintage blood?
Honestly, for a while, all I needed to make me happy was some blood sorbet in a warm bathtub.
Ah, a good old pint of gin and berries.
The very same.
Do you think perhaps Grimm could get us a few pints?
And draw a bath?
Let's go experience some of the finer things, shall we?
There are too many to count. Let's see. Lady of the Brine's got a great tune. Shantytown Shanty only slaps after a few drinks. But I'd say my old-time favorite is She's Curvy, but she's also got scurvy. Good times, man. Good times.
And so the prince decides to emerge. What, do you think you're better than me? Rather not talk to a dog? Haughty vampire, now you mock me!
Aren't you supposed to be his erranet one?
Supposed?
Yes, for someone so educated, you are behaving.
Do not talk down to me, bloodsucker!
Does Drac know of your bias?
Does Drac know of your rudeness? I swear I have no idea how you are still in this house.
Don't you?
Fenton, thank you for understanding that not all vampires are like him.
Seems like someone trashed the place.
Don't you have assistants to help you with the cleanup?
That's not what I meant. I think it was Sully.
What makes you think that?
Because of the shamrock graffiti and stink of piss.
I will talk to Fenton, or his friend. Fenton, have you returned?
Go away!
Fenton, it's not your fault.
It was. I let my guard down. I can never do that.
Vess didn't know. You didn't know. It's my fault. I should have...
I do not want you to be my nanny or even my steward. I should have been able to take care of myself, and yet I cannot, clearly.
We all make mistakes.
Mine could have cost me you.
But it didn't.
I am too embarrassed to look you in the eye.
Healing of any kind isn't always a straight line. It is not always forward motion. Do you know how many times I have wanted to call my ex in the last century?
I imagine a lot.
You don't want to know. You don't want to know how many times I actually did contact her. But since the show, just once.
I thought you were going to say not once.
That's what I mean. We can mess up and still be making progress. I'm choosing to find a way forward instead of retreading my old mistakes. But if I step backward once in a while, it's okay, as long as the next step I take is in the right direction.
Oh, Drac. Can you help me take these steps forward then, hand in hand?
I thought you'd never ask. Fenton, are you available for a visit?
I am too mortified to speak!
Don't be hard on yourself.
Thank you, Drac.
Tell me your thoughts on the people here.
I am mighty curious about all of these interesting souls. This has a story within her, that is for certain. Soul is a vampire, and typically my kind don't usually spend time with him. Plus, I don't think as highly of myself as he seems to.
And how is that?
Unpredictable. Sometimes I think you're trying to truly get closer to them, and other times I feel you are holding back.
Enough about them. How about you?
Pardon?
Do you feel I'm trying to get closer to you or pulling back?
Hard to tell yet, but since you're here, I'll take that as a good sign.
I'm thrilled you're happy to be here, and happy to be with me.
Not as thrilled as I am. You have no idea how good it is to see other walls after a century.
Actually, I do have an idea. This show has been a similar awakening for me.
Are your demons at bay?
I have realized I squandered precious time on something that was long gone. It was foolish of me, but the lesson I am learning is priceless.
I agree. It is more precious than gold. The ability to start anew.
So, tell me what you think of this place.
It is certainly reality television.
How so?
Contrived drama. An atmosphere of unease to pit folks against each other.
Tell me your thoughts on cheese.
Ah, fromage. There is not a kind I do not enjoy. I love the pungent, piquant taste of a good Roquefort. And goat cheese. Oh, the smooth, silky tang. My favorite, my very favorite, is an old Gouda. So old, it forms savory little crystals of pure bliss. Add a little truffle, honey, and heaven.
It appears I am missing out.
Why don't you have one of Grimm's production assistants eat some, and you can take a sip?
You are a genius. I'm glad we talked, Fenton.
Me too.
Fenton, are you available for...
I am too mortified.
Don't be hard on yourself.
Thank you.
I'm glad we talked.
Me too.
Huh.
time to upgrade, Drac.
Thank you. I was parched.
Toss out some gifts, Drac.
I'm not one for material things, but the thought is nice. Thanks.
Ho ho ho! Ho ho ho! 'Tis the season. 'Tis the season. Ho ho ho! Ho ho ho! 'Tis the season.
Thank you. You know me better than I thought. Thank you, Drac. Your chivalry does not go unnoticed. Thank you dearly. How thoughtful. Thank you.
I think it's sweet. Thank you. I'm not one for material things, but the thought is nice. Thanks.
I must say I'm over the moon. It's marvelous, thank you. You really see me. Thank you, Drac.
Drac, baby. Thank you. I'm flattered.
This will really put some hair on my chest. I'll have to show you later, Drac. Thank you dearly. Thank you, Drac.
Charming.
How'd you know? This really whips my cream. Thank you.
Good things than whiskey. This big leg does more than just hold me up. Should ye permit me, I want to sail ye mine if ye sail mine.
How thoughtful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm flattered.
I have something for you.
Is it Samira?
Yes, but I have something important to say to you before you see it.
Of course, Drac. I hang on your every word.
Soul, I know it means a lot for you to see your own reflection, but it's just that. A reflection. It isn't what's inside you. It isn't the friend I've come to know. You're more than just your looks.
Drac, I appreciate your words more than you know. But again, I have not properly explained myself. I do not remember my human life. Most vampires, like you, go through death and come out the other side intact. The same person you were before, but enhanced. For me, something was lost along the way. I walk into the second life alone, afraid and confused. I hid myself away, trying to understand what had happened to me and who that person was.
The portraits.
I had countless portraits painted, hoping that something would spark a memory. Sometimes I see an anger of myself anew, and something inside of me sort of grasps. I hope that Mira will trigger the memory of who I was, so I can be at peace.
That is indeed tragic, Soul. But it is also tragic to remember. I lament the youth I was, innocent and free, and wonder what I would have been like had I grown into old age. Would I have had a family? Was I good? You have a gift, Soul, a clean slate. You can be whomever you want.
I am afraid.
You have nothing to fear. Look in the mirror, but remember that you decide who you are.
Thank you. You are a true friend.
All right! How's the chill life?
Everything I've dreamed of and more. I may never leave.
That may be okay with me.
Good. Because I'm too comfortable to move.
I've had fun getting to know you, Bess.
Is this a date?
So, would you like to tell me about him?
I fell in love with a human. Made him immortal. Then I saw his true nature. He'd used me. Didn't have a need for me anymore, so he cursed my home and abandoned me.
I have done many things that one could consider monstrous, but this is colder by far. Do you still love him?
I have to. It was part of his last wish, that I'd love him more every day. Trust me, it's supernatural. Rationally, I hate that man with every fiber of my being. But my heart artificially aches for him.
Does it crowd out love for anyone else?
I can strongly like a whole lot of things. I have friends who I would die for. I can enjoy myself if I let myself. There are loopholes.
I hope to be a loophole in your life. You look sad. I've pushed you too far, I am sorry.
So am I. But see, I adapt. Picked up some other things too, making a living.
But does making a living make a life?
You've got a point. I've been going through the motions. I was so happy to get a break on this show, but honestly, I'm not sure what to do with myself.
What would make you happy? What would you want to do for you, not for anyone else?
Take in new perspectives. I've seen the same old for thousands of years, and damn it, I want something fresh. A different point of view. I'm not sure how to get it, but it's something.
I understand. This, for me, has been an experiment in fresh perspectives. I have spent my whole life thinking I loved what I did, but this is making me question my very existence. You are not afraid of what you may discover, Bess.
After 1,500 years without love or a home, I fear nothing. Bring on the new experiences. I'm ready.
Rob, I'm so glad you wanted to chat with me tonight.
Beats sitting around, thinking of what I'm missing out on.
What do you mean?
I've been thinking about it a lot in this place. It was hard for me to sit still at first. But I'm seeing the benefit of being on land like this.
And what is the benefit?
Perspective. The sea seems infinite, and it is always changing. Here, I'm truly understanding concepts like permanence. How things can slow down.
And do you like slowing down?
I always have a target, understand? A goal, something to pursue. Slowing down makes me wonder, why was I pursuing it all? What do I really want?
And?
I don't know. And that is both good and bad.
You're a pretty mysterious guy. I'm having a hard time getting a read on you.
Who am I really? I am this man you see, but at my core, I am someone who has lost more than you know.
So have I. I remember you saying we should talk more. Do you still feel that way? Do you want to open up?
My crew. The sirens and the sea took the best mates a captain ever had.
I am so sorry.
Grief made me into this monster, Drac. I wanted vengeance so badly that with my dying breath, I renounced my sword just to avenge my crew. So as my body rotted, I began to uncover the sunken, preserved bodies of my companions. And I took them and made them a part of me.
Your body
is my crew. I wanted each of these brave souls to keep on in some way. They were my everything. And now, in a way, they are me.
I apologize for misjudging you. I thought you found new body parts for their aesthetic value. I've seen undead before, and you're in good shape.
I've lucked out in that department, as they say. But no, I fear my job is not done.
Why?
Because as long as a single siren sings, I won't be at peace.
They aren't all bad, Rob. And it wasn't their fault.
Their voices wreck ships. Innocent passenger cruisers, cargo ships that are just doing their business. Why should they die senselessly? My crew was dedicated to taking the voices of every siren to keep the base safe. And I failed them.
But I stopped the madness. Lyra has said her waters are at peace. Could something else be done?
I am but one man, and the sea has taught me harsh rules.
But as you said, you do not have to live on the sea, or by her rules. You can let the past go.
Can you? I see you pine for someone who is no longer here. Do not think I cannot see. It is the same look in my eyes.
You've noticed?
I notice you, Drac.
You've got your companions with you, in a way. I do not have that person anymore.
Do you think looking in the mirror has brought me peace? It's just prolonging the pain, Drac. I let vengeance keep me from grieving.
So what will you do?
I will honor them by trying to be more myself. Doing more. Seeing more. I know they will not want me returning endlessly to the sea. To misery. To vengeance. I'm going to commit to living the strange life I've been gifted. Using this body for something more.
That is truly remarkable, Rob. To hear such commitment.
And what will you do to move on?
Perhaps I can move on by helping you.
Helping how?
We can work out our grief together. Talk more, share more, as friends.
Ah, now that's an idea I am open to.
Tell me about yourself.
Spent my whole life on the sea. She's my mother, nemesis, and at the end of the day, only love.
That's one complicated relationship.
You could say that again, mate. It's the only life I know, living or dead. Brought me nothing but heartache.
And why do you go back?
Unfinished business.
Something I can help with?
No. You can't change the past.
I'm learning that now.
Let me upgrade ya.
did I think books like this could exist? The pictures inside them, the adventures. Granted, they are not exactly sophisticated prose, but these stories do captivate me in a real, visceral way. I am also getting used to this format of turning the book in the wrong direction. But manga has captivated me.
Well, I wasn't positive what you eat, but I figure everyone loves fresh seafood.
Indeed, but it is more fun to catch it yourself.
You fish?
I like to wade into an icy river when the salmon are spawning.
Sounds fishy.
Not at all. It is incredible to marvel at nature's bounty, and to grab those sweet, sweet fishes with your paws and just, It is a veritable all-you-can-swipe buffet.
I apologize about your baked stuffed haddock, then. I see that it's a bit contrived. Cracker crumbs and butter do not exist in nature.
There is artistry here as well, and good company. Thank you for inviting me. It's truly delicious.
As is your company, Fenton. Well, I wasn't positive what you eat, but I figure everyone loves fresh seafood.
This isn't what I meant by brain food.
But the omegas.
Brains, Jack. I am undead. I eat brains.
I'm sure there's a tiny brain in this fish somewhere.
I'll have something on my own. How about you?
Well, I can't eat food at all.
I see. We're not exactly off to a good start.
We are not.
What if we use this fish as bait?
Bait?
To lure what we really want.
I'll drain 'em, you brain 'em.
Let's fish our wish.
that.
Sometimes I have a hard time adjusting to this reality. I miss my acolytes, but understand why it is inappropriate to have 1,000 worshippers in the mansion at all times. The sacrifices were not necessary, but darn it, they made me feel welcome.
There are too many to count. Let's see. Lady of the Brine's got a great tune. Shantytown Shanty only slaps after a few drinks. But I'd say my old-time favorite is she...
Valuing time with you. Do you have a moment to talk?
Just a moment? That's all we own. I fought for eons for time alone. A pharaoh's life is non-stop rules, but now I prefer adventures, secrets, jewels. Too long I waited in my tomb for one to free me from my doom. But Grimm's no hero. But what of you? Could you show me a love that's new? For if you show me true desire, we could slow down and start a fire. Dear vampire, have shown me much. Attention, perseverance, loyalty, and such. These are the qualities I desire in a beau. You found me thrice, so with you I'll go. The answers reveal themselves in time. Well, bravo, Drock. That was fun.
Wait, no rhymes?
Part of the fun. I live for a rush like that. The rhymes just made me more mysterious.
You don't need any pretenses around me. I enjoyed the little game. You do this often?
Anything to keep busy. I spent eons cooped up. Now is the time to let loose and grab the world by the unk. Know what I mean? Plus, I had to see if you were worth the time.
What's with you and time? Always on the go.
If you are not living, you are dying. If you are not moving, you are wasting the only resource that matters. Time. We have nothing but now, Drac. What are you going to do with it?
Well, I guess right now, getting to know you.
And why is that worth your time? Because Grimm told you to?
That's a good question.
Think hard. I have no time for bullshit.
I suppose it's worth it because I have spent too long doing nothing but thinking about the past.
Some wisdom. You know the value of a moment now, yes?
All of my time, my resources were spent on things that I cannot take back.
Not just a future, a now.
The time has come. Aging Drac! Drac! You're wanted on set!
The wonders of the world, yes. I've had quite a bit of fun swinging from the hanging gardens of Babylon, and scaling the Colossus at Rhodes was a feat indeed. Lyra would know about the Great Lighthouse better than I would, but yes, I've seen them all. Honestly, I'd say Drac is the 8th, now that we've finally met.
You're in even worse shape than I am, sweetheart. At least I know I'll get my lock off.
Excuse me?
Your poor lower half.
You clearly know nothing about siren physiology. I'm more satisfied than you know.
Impossible. How can...
Wouldn't you like to know? Actually, how about you ask Drac?
Please, you and Drac. Don't make me laugh.
I've gotten under your skin, haven't I? Too bad Drac's not getting under that belt.
Lyra, I'm with you. That was a low blow.
we are again. Another elimination. Are you ready to make your selection?
Elessa, I understand why your people call you their divine. You are supremely strong, funny, and obviously sex incarnate, but you're just not the right match for me, and I think that's okay. You have your way of life, and I have mine, so I have no regrets about setting you free. It's what you wanted all along, so go, be free to be divine, Elessa. Goodbye. Elle, you have a spice for life like none other. But I can't tie you up to this life with me, so I am setting you free to be captured by someone else. Whoever they are, they're lucky to snare such a catch.
I'm used to taking a pounding, but I won't hang around to be dumped. I'll be back after the ceremony. Peace out! Again, woo!
Soul, I am honored to have been a part of your journey, but time is now up for us. I cannot wait to see what you become. Thank you for being on this path of discovery with me, but today our roads part.
And the crowd goes wild! And the ports are open! The world is your oyster, Drac. Go wrap up these last few tasks because soon it will be time for the super special final dates. Chat up anyone who needs chatting, dine who needs dining, and give out gifts like there's no tomorrow, because for some of them, there may not be. Return to me when you've got 2 special someones in mind for those final dates. But be warned, if there are loose threads, you better get snipping or tying. In plainer terms, finish what you've got to finish to ensure your best chance at love.